Hi guys, after a brief hiatus, sorry, that was just me moving my bottle. I'm back. I've read one book so far this year, and that was Say You Swear, which I was already in the middle of when in 2025, when at the end of 2025, I was already reading Say You Swear, and I finished it in 2026, at the start of 2026. So I haven't even started a book in 2026 and finished a book in 2026, because I started Say You Swear in 2025, I finished it in 2026, so it kind of counts. But yeah, and it's currently 9th of February, aka my birthday, and I have not finished a book since then. I have not even picked up a book since then. And yeah, I guess I've been in a mini reading slump. I think I always am. It's like non-negotiable. Like, January is just not a good reading month for me ever, because I don't know, it's just I don't read any books in January. I physically can't even pick up books in January. But I want to get back into the swing of things, and yeah, I've been watching loads of book videos, and what book video was it? I watched Mariana's reading vlog of her reading Larry's books, and for some reason that just struck me with inspiration to read. For the past month, I've been trying not to force myself to read books if I'm really not in the mood. I was actually filming a video where I read love triangle books, and I was reading a book called The Princess Knight, and I just really was not feeling it, and I ended up DNFing it and everything, because I was like, I'm not going to read books if I'm really not in the mood to read them. I do love recording videos because I love talking about books, and I can't shut up about books, and I don't really have any people to talk about books with. So I like talking about books to the camera because it feels like the only place I can talk about books to people, or to, well, the camera. That's why I don't even really care if nobody watches my videos. I just need like an outlet to talk about books so I don't, look like a crazy person, and I don't really want to be talking to the wall, And I just love filming like content like this, and I want to like work up the courage to filming more like book content on TikTok as well, because I've been really active on TikTok. I don't know if I've got it linked below, but I've been like posting lots of videos, but it's like just lip syncing videos of like, me dancing around, and that's it. And I just really want to work up the courage to filming like sit down like talk videos of, oh, these are all the books I read in the month, like short little reviews of books I read that month. But that feels a bit too serious, so I'm working my way up to it. But yeah, so I want to get back into reading. I want to slowly put my foot out there. So we're doing a mood read vlog. I scrapped the other vlog that I did, which is a vlog what I read Say You Swear in, which I absolutely loved, by the way. But yeah, you won't be seeing that because I scrapped it. But for this mood read vlog, I've got lots and lots of options, to be honest. The first one I'm going to start with is Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. I've technically already started this. I'm on chapter 2, so I'm not that very far. And so far, I'm kind of, I usually love Jessa Hastings' writing, and I don't know if it's because I'm in a book slump or something, but the writing is throwing me off a little bit. Like I said, I'm not far into this at all. I'm literally on the second chapter. I don't even know what this is about. All I know about this is that she's a model, a famous model, and he's in a famous band, and it's set in the 90s, and that's all I know. And yeah, I've been avoiding like reviews of this book because I don't want my opinions to be swayed. I don't want to watch other people's reviews and for my opinion to be swayed either way. So I'm also not on BookTok. Like, I'm never on BookTok. But I haven't seen anyone review this book. Like, I haven't seen anyone. Even when it first came out, I didn't see any opinions on it. So I don't know if the opinions on this book is generally good or bad or mixed. I don't know. But I feel like I know that Jessa Hastings writes British characters because obviously I've read the Magnolia Park series and that's my favourite series ever and I love it. And that's all I've read of Jessa Hastings. Oh, I also read Conditions of Will. I don't remember if they were American in that or if it was set in Britain or something. But yeah, she's American and she writes British characters. And that's never before to me been cringy because she did it in such a good way. Personally, I feel she did it in such a good way in Magnolia Parks. But I feel like in this book, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like it's so exaggerated and it's kind of giving me like the ick. Like, I don't know if a book's given me the ick before. Just so you know, I live in the UK. I've lived here my whole life. So I just like the way that the main guy talks is like, let me just read you an excerpt because this is look, okay. Good luck, Richie shouts, grinning like the cunt he is. I flip him off. Grab a cab, don't need a driver, I ain't a fucking div. 13 minutes door to door and fuck. I know this is gonna make me sound like a soft lad, but when I pull up outside, I feel a bit relieved, don't I? Closer to her again, like. I'm like, what? Like, just that. I know this is gonna make me sound like a soft lad, but when I pull up outside, feel a bit relieved, don't I? Closer to her again, like. Like, I feel like that's so exaggerated, because I feel like you don't have to, you don't, I feel like that's very exaggerated British accent. I know he's supposed to be from Manchester, but to me that's just like really exaggerated, and I don't know, it's like bothering me a bit. Head inside, ask a few people if they've seen her. This place is a fucking maze, innit? It's just like, it's, to me, what it's giving is an American trying to impersonate a British person, and after every sentence they're just adding in it to the end of every sentence. Like, this place is a maze, innit? Like, that doesn't need to be added. Like, I feel like it's just, like, our eyes meet and hers go wide. Makes me happy that. Always had that effect on girls, to be fair, but it's gone mad since the band, like, properly mental. Don't really give a fuck about it in normal life, you get me? This is, don't reckon this is Feather and Shore Girl is normal, but, like, it's like that, like, properly mental, and saying like constantly, like, but it's gone mad since the band, like, and saying in it constantly as well. I feel like I stopped the book there because I was getting a bit turned off by it, and I was like, okay, I need to take a break because that's turning me off a bit. But I feel like it's giving the vibes of an American trying to impersonate British people and doing like the heavily exaggerated British accent, being like, oh, in it, love, you know, Tuesday, in it, you know, can I have a bottle of water? That's what it's feeling like. And I've never felt like that before, and she's written British characters before who live in London. But she's trying to portray, like, because he's from Manchester, so she's trying to portray a Manchester lad, I think. But to me, it's just giving very much an American impersonation of a British person, and them just going, oh, Tuesday, innit? You want a bottle of water? And I'm like, no one talks like that here, from someone who's lived here, like, a whole life. No one talks like that. Like, no one talks like that. Constantly, like, I just don't see it. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm currently reading this, or trying to at least. I haven't put it on Fabled yet. I'm gonna wait until I get a bit further into the book to set it as currently reading on Fabled, because I might DNF it. I don't know. I don't know what mood I'm in. But then I've also got, what's the name? Darling Venom. And yeah, that's also like one that I might pick up in this video. And I recently went to the bookstore and heard about this book. It's called Unearthly, and it sounded so good, and the cover is so beautiful to this book. I'll just show you the book cover. This book, Unearthly, and it sounded so good, and I'm really excited to read it. It's like a fantasy sort of, and it says, angelic powers forbid. Oh, right, it's here. Clara has known she's part angel since she turned 14 2 years ago, but only now, through fragmented visions of a terrifying bushfire, is her purpose, the crucial rite of passage for every part angel, becoming clear to her. When Clara meets Christian, the boy in her visions, he is everything she could wish for. So why does she also have feelings for her enigmatic classmate Tucker? Yeah. It's sounding a whole lot like a love triangle, and I'm here for it. Clara discovers that her purpose is only a small part of a titanic struggle between angels and their destructive counterparts, the Blackwings. And when the fire of her vision erupts and both Christian and Tucker are in danger, who will she choose to save? That sounds amazing. It sounds very much like love triangle vibes, where she's having visions of Christian, this one guy, but then she also starts to get feelings for this other guy, and he's described as enigmatic classmate Tucker. Does that mean it's like, usually when someone describes someone as enigmatic, it's like the jokester bad boy. This is feeling so much to me like the love triangle in Vampire Diaries. I'm not saying it's like that because she's part angel, but I'm saying like where it's good boy, bad boy, and then like a good girl. Like she's like the good girl, the nice girl, and then there's the good boy, the one she should be with. Like she's destined to be with Christian. She should be with Christian, but she starts having feelings for the bad boy, the guy that she shouldn't be with, and who like fates are literally telling her she's not supposed to be with that person. The fates are literally telling her she should be with that. The fates are literally telling her she should be with Christian, and it's feeling very much like the Vampire Diaries, if you get what I mean. Not just a love triangle, but a specific plot line that happens in season 5, season 6 is feeling very much like that. And yeah, I'm here for it. And if she doesn't choose Tucker, I'm already on Team Tucker. I don't even care. And I'm always, the thing about me is I'm always here for the underdog, and I'm definitely Team Tucker already, and that sounds so good. I haven't read a fantasy in a while. I've literally just been reading contemporary romance after contemporary romance, so I think I'm going to try and get through this, because it's not that long, and then I'm gonna go straight into this, because, oh my god, that sounds amazing, and the cover is beautiful, and this is a series. I think it's a trilogy. There's 3 books in it. I don't know if there's more coming out or not, but like I need to see this through, and I hope it's like a thing where the love triangle spans on for a couple books. There's 3 books currently. I don't know if there's gonna 3-book series currently. It's currently 4 o'clock. I'm going out to dinner at around 6 o'clock for my birthday. I've been going shopping, and I've just been watching videos all day, and I fell asleep at some point. But now I'm gonna focus back in and try and get through this and get back into this. But yeah, we'll have to see. I've also got other books on the Kindle, but for right now, those are the ones I'm interested in reading. But yeah, this has been sitting on my shelf for a while, so I'm gonna try and see if I can read this. Like, I mean, it's super short, so I think I can get through it if I can just get through and ignore the language in this. But we'll have to see. So yeah, I'll update you guys later on what's going on and what I think about this. Also, I know it's so presumptuous for me to say this, but another reason why I'm not really liking this is because it's feeling very insta-lusty for me. Like, this is the 2nd chapter, this is the 2nd chapter, and just listen to this. My hands are on her face now, holding it. I ain't ever held a girl's face before. Like, fuck, sure, probably have. 23, fucked around a bit, so yeah, I've probably had my hands on a girl's face before, but it weren't like this, you know what I mean? Holding a face because I can't look away, staring at like one of them glass prisms that shoots rainbows and colours and fucking all sorts. Hold her face up to the sun if I could, see if the light bounces off her too, feel like it just might. Like, I feel like very insular. Like, this is the 2nd chapter, and I don't know. But I don't want to just completely sack it off now. This has got, how many chapters? 33, 34. This has got like 35 something chapters. I don't know. I could probably try and like get my way a bit through this, but I just like, as I'm reading this, I'm just sort of like rolling my eyes and being like, that's a bit cringy. Like, it's feeling very cringy to me, very like American person trying to impersonate a British person, but like, no one talks like this. I'm not saying that we don't use those words, but we don't say it all like in one go. It feels like yeah, and also it feels very insta-lusty, so it just feels very like you just met. And I hate insta-lust. As a slow burn girly, as an enemies to lovers slow burn girly, insta-lust is like the bane of my existence. Hey guys, I'm back. I just had to update. I'm still reading Time of Your Life, and I'm currently on chapter 8. I'm immersive reading it because the whole British slang was really throwing me off because it's thrown into every single sentence, and I feel the same. I feel like it is a bit exaggerated. It just feels weird to read, so I at least wanted to have someone with a British accent. I wanted to hear someone with a British accent say it, at least so that it wouldn't be so exaggerated and ridiculous. It's still a bit exaggerated and ridiculous, but I'm used to it now. I feel like I've gotten used to it a bit more as I'm listening to it, and the voice actor is really good. I really like him as a voice actor, and I really like the girl as a voice actor as well. And it's like dual narration and whatever. So yeah, I feel like I've gotten used to that, but so yeah, that's not really. But it's still bothering me. I feel like it's still a bit. It's like it's a bit. It's just so exaggerated to me that it's like getting to the point where it's getting a bit cringy now. Whenever there's like English slang thrown into every single sentence, like we can't get one sentence without him saying "in it" or "proper mental" or stuff like that, and it's just like it's getting a bit cringy now because you can tell like this is. I feel like you can tell it's written by an American. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But what's mostly bothering me now is that this is so insta-lovey, and I don't mean insta-lust. I mean like actual insta-lovey. Insta-lovey? What? I don't mean insta-lust. I mean actual insta-love, not lust. At the start, it was insta-lust, and I was like, okay, this is a bit. I'm on chapter 7, and there's just been a love confession. Like I'm on chapter 7, and he's just confessed that he loves her. I'm sorry, what? I've read that much of the book. Like that little bit. That's what I've read. I've still got all of this to go. And he's already confessed that he's in love with her. He's already told her that he loves her in this little bit of the book. I'm like, what am I doing now? What am I doing then? Like, what am I doing for the rest of this book? This is why I hate insta-love. I hate insta-love. I hate insta-lust. I don't mind it when the characters find the other character attractive or something. I don't mind when they say, oh, yeah, she's attractive, I find them attractive, whatever. But what I hate is the insta-lust and the insta-love. I hate the, oh, she's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, like, as soon as you see her. And I guess it depends. Like, you can think that, but I don't know. I just want it to be more of a slow burn. I like my romances more slow burn romances, which is why I love enemies to lovers, because they're usually enemies to lovers is slow burn because they start off as enemies first, and then it's a slow burn for them to become lovers or friends, whatever. So that's why I love enemies to lovers, because they're essentially slow burns in themselves. They're a type of slow burn, and I don't know. This is just very. It's like I'm not even 100 pages in. I just checked the page count. I'm literally 74 pages in, and he's already said that loves her. So I'm confused on what this book's about. Like, I get it, but I'm just gonna keep on reading because I still don't want to DNF it. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on reading it. But I don't know. I still feel like we could have, even if it's about that, even if the book isn't meant to be solely about the romance, but just about how these characters deal with fame and like maybe the book's themes are more about how celebrities deal with fame, or it's the theme is supposed to be more a romance slash fiction where you dive into the romance, but then you also dive into celebrity relationships and like how being famous can put a strain on your relationship, and maybe that's what she's trying to dive into. But I feel like we could have done that and also just not made it insta lovey. We could have done that and just made the book a little bit longer and have the romance be a bit more believable, because I'm not really feeling the connection that much because it's insta lovey. Whenever something is insta love or insta lust, I don't feel that connection, and it feels like, honestly, I don't feel connected to the characters at all. I don't feel connected to the romance at all because you hardly gave me any time to fall in love with the characters. I hardly got any time to fall in love with either the male or female characters. Bear in mind, fall in love with their relationship, because I'm only 74 pages in and you've already stuck this big romantic gesture. Like, I hardly know them and I hardly know their relationship. So I'm not obsessed. I'm not connected to them or the relationship at all. So I feel like, in my opinion, I would have liked the book to be a bit longer so that she could make us connected to the characters, connected to the relationship, and then explore the relationship and whatever, and then explore the aspect of fame and how fame impacts their relationship. If that's what she's going for, which is what I guess she's going for by the summary, that's what she's going for, which is like a commentary on how fame affects this relationship and how fame has a, like, I don't know if they end up together in the end or whatever, but how fame affected their relationship in the end. But I feel like you could have done that and still made the relationship not like believable, kind of, but you could have just made the relationship a bit more, you could have made it a bit more, I don't know, I'm just not like connected to it. Okay guys, I literally just came home from work, as you can tell, because I'm in my work clothes. But I do want to talk about Unearthly. I was reading it on my Kindle, well, on my phone on my Kindle, at work, because my AirPods lost battery, so I couldn't watch YouTube videos. And so I started reading Unearthly because I only have Time of Your Life on physical. I don't have it even on my Kindle, so started reading that. I'm loving it right now, guys. Like, I'm obsessed. We've just met. I'm 25%, no, sorry, I'm not 25% anything. I'm 11% through the books. I'm not even that far, and this could change, but it's a why. Right now, let me explain the book to you. Basically, we've got our main character. What's her name? Clara, I think. And she's part angel, part human, and so is her mum, and so is her brother. Like, her mum and her brother are both part angel, part human. And at some point you get like a purpose from God, and you have to fulfill that purpose. The purpose isn't always romance related. It can just be like, your purpose is to help someone get through something, or to save someone's life, or to be a guardian for someone, or to be someone's shoulder to cry on, I don't know. But you get visions at some point about what your purpose is going to be, and she starts getting visions of her purpose, which involves this guy. All she sees is this guy in some mountains. They're in a forest, and the forest is on fire, and then all she sees is the back of his head, and she doesn't know anything about anything. She just knows that she needs to help him somehow. They ended up finding where he lives and moving to follow that purpose, because the sole reason why she's here on this planet, well, the sole reason why angels are born is to complete your purpose. Like, that's what you're supposed to do if you're part angel. Like, you're there to complete your purpose, which you get from the heavens. You get a purpose sent down to you, and you're supposed to complete that, and you just have to do it. And over like coming weeks, you get pieces of the vision, you get pieces of your purpose. Once you get the full purpose and you know what you need to do, you then need to complete it, and you don't get the visions all at once, otherwise it's too overwhelming. You need to get it like in pieces. So right now she doesn't know what the full purpose is. All she knows is that she's supposed to help that guy, which we now know the name is Christian, at some point for something, and it's something involving a fire in the woods. Like at some point that's going to happen and she has to help him, and she doesn't know how yet. And so they relocate to Wyoming because in her vision she sees that that's where they are. She sees that they're in Wyoming in her vision. So that means they have to uproot their whole lives where they've lived and pick up everything and go to Wyoming so she can fulfill her purpose, because she has to fulfill it. And her mum's part angel, so we're getting the context because her mum has been through this before. Her mum has like completed her purpose already, and she doesn't talk very much about it, but she has. So she's sort of helping Clara now complete her purpose. So they've just packed everything and they've just arrived in Wyoming, and we've just met Christian, like just now. Well, not just now, but as I was reading at work, we met Christian. So we've had our first moments of him, and he's literally just walked. She's just fainted, and I'm like, I love this. The first moment we get of him, "Hi," he says. "Heaven help me," I think, as he smiles. "It's just too much." "Hi," I murmur, looking away, flushing to the roots of my loose, very orange hair. "Hold on to me," he says, and then he's carrying me down the hall over his shoulder. He's carrying her to the nurse's office. I literally can't. And I think he's like, I think he's got brown hair. He described us having brown hair. But yeah. Oh my god. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with Christian, but I know we've got Tucker coming as well. And then this, suddenly the hall is deserted. Then from around the corner bustles a plump, yellow-haired woman wearing blue nurse's scrubs, walking fast. Behind her is the boy, my boy. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm loving this. I'm actually kind of liking this right now more than I liked Time of Your Life. And about Time of Your Life, update on that, I'm starting to like it as well. Like, we've just met her dad, and the way he backed her up and the way that he stood up for her in front of her dad was so cute, and I'm really liking. I love Joa, but I can tell that it's going to get messy. But yeah, I am liking that. But right now, I think I'm literally just going to go shower and then put on my pyjamas and then go straight back into reading this, because I feel like I need to read this all, because one, I want to find out what happens in this love triangle, who she chooses, and at the same time I want to know what the purpose is, because it's also giving sort of thriller vibes, because I also want to know what her purpose is. And this is set in like real world, because like I said, they moved to Wyoming, so this is more of an urban fantasy. This is not a high fantasy, high stakes book. Like, it's obviously got fantasy in it because it includes magic, they're part angel, so, and she's getting like these visions from heaven. So yes, it's technically a fantasy book, but it's more of an urban fantasy. And right now it's reading more like a contemporary romance than it is reading like a fantasy, because of how it's set. Like, it's set in the real world, so it's reading more like a contemporary romance than an urban fantasy. But I guess that is literally what an urban fantasy is. Like, an urban fantasy is kind of like the mix of contemporary and fantasy. Like, it's mixed. It's fantasy elements in real world, so I guess that's why it feels like it's reading more contemporary, which I'm not mad about. When I first started reading it, I was like, okay, cool. And now I've really gotten into it, and I've realised something. This author, Cynthia Hand, I've never read anything by her. I've purely walked into the bookstore and saw the cover, which is stunning, by the way, and I was like, that is a stunning cover, and I picked it up and read the back, and I really was intrigued by the back, so I just ended up getting it on Kindle. And I didn't buy it physically, I just ended up getting it on Kindle because I didn't know if I was going to like it or not, since it's a book that I've never read anything by the author. I've never seen that book anywhere. But it made me realise that I do that a lot, and ever since Book Talk started taking off, I feel like everyone, me included, we just read popular books. Like, I don't know when was the last time that I picked up a book where I've never heard the author and where I've never seen the book anywhere. The last book I read where I've never read from the author before was Say You Swear, but then again, I've seen that book on TikTok. It's a popular TikTok book. I've seen it everywhere. So I knew I was going to at least enjoy it a little bit, because I know it's popular. Now, I'm not saying that reading popular books is bad or anything. Like, popular books are popular for a reason. Like, I love I read Binding and Keeping 13 recently, and that's popular for a reason because that is one of the best books I've ever read. A Court of Thorns and Roses, again, that's popular for a reason. Obviously, reading is subjective. Some people don't like ACOTAR, some people do, but I get the books are popular for a reason. So there's nothing wrong with liking and reading only popular books. But I've realised ever since Book Talks come around, I don't think I've read a book that I've picked up where I've never heard of the book before and I've never heard of the author before, and the only reason why I've picked up the book is because I read the back of the book, the summary, the synopsis, and I was interested in the synopsis, so then I picked up the book and read it. Do you get what I mean? I feel like nowadays with like internet, social media, everyone just picks up books because they see them on TikTok being talked highly about, or it's by a famous author like Sarah J Maas coming out with a new book, or Emily Henry's coming out with a new book, and so you pick it up, not necessarily because you read the summary and you like the summary. Do you get what I mean? I feel like I'm not being understood. For example, perfect example, Time of Your Life. I thought that was going to be a completely different book to what I'm reading. I thought it was going to be more romance heavy. I'm not saying it's not romance heavy, but it's very insta-lovey, and it feels like it's more going to go delve into and explore the effect of fame on the relationship, like I said in the last clip. And the reason why I didn't look much into the synopsis is because it's just a Jessa Hastings book, and I love Jessa Hastings, and Jessa Hastings is a popular author. I love Magnolia Parks, so I just picked the book up and started reading it. I didn't pick the book up because I read the synopsis and I thought I would enjoy the book because the synopsis seems interesting. I picked up the book because it was a new Jessa Hastings book. She's a famous author and I love her books and I've read them before. But do you get what I mean? Like, for example, with Say You Swear, I knew loosely what the book's about, but I mainly picked it up because it was popular at the time and everybody was raving about it. I wanted to see what the hype was about. Most of the books I've got on my TBR are all books that are popular books on TikTok or on BookTube, and I might not even know the full synopsis of them. I'm pretty sure I've got I might not know the synopsis of them fully, but I picked them up just because they were popular on BookTube and everybody was raving about them and I wanted to know what the hype is. This book is the first book in a long while, I feel like, yeah, quite a long while, because I can't think of any, of a book that I've picked up where I've never heard of the author before and I've never heard of the book before. Like, this is the first book I'm reading by this author that I know of. I don't think I've read any other books by her. And this is also the first time I'm ever seeing this book. I haven't seen this book anywhere. I tried even to look up fan casts of the characters of this book on Pinterest and I came up with nothing. Like, this book, it's just not being talked about. And I randomly just picked it up because the cover was beautiful. So sometimes, you know, judging a book by the cover is good because I saw the cover, it was beautiful. I picked it up in the store, read the synopsis, and I thought that sounded really interesting because I'm on a love triangle kick right now, and the synopsis of the book gave very much love triangle energy, and I was like, okay, that's amazing, that's what I want. So I'm at the phase that, like, I'll literally read anything as long as it's got a love triangle in it. Like, I'm at that point. Like, Larry in a video mentioned one book that I've never heard about before, but she mentioned that it had a love triangle. I added it to my basket because I will consume anything with a love triangle. That is my favourite trope, I've come to realise. It's not enemies to lovers. I do love enemies to lovers, and that's a very close second. It's not slow burn. Again, slow burn is very close third. It's literally a love triangle. I love the love triangle trope so much, and it's so underrated. And people who say they don't like the love triangle trope, you do like most of the time I find they say they don't like the love triangle trope, but then they eat it up every single time when it's like in TV shows like The Vampire Diaries, Some I Turned Pretty, and I just love it. I will gladly out loud and proud say I love the love triangle trope, and I've been saying that since forever. So that's why I picked this book up initially, and then I realised that this is the first book that I've read in a while where I've never heard of the book before, never heard of the author before, and I'm loving it. And honestly, I think in this moment I've set a new goal for myself that I want to try and branch out in my reading this year and not only read TikTok famous books, but actually branch out and pick up books that I have never heard of before from authors that I've never heard of before. Because in my head I'm thinking, how many times have I walked past a book, not even picked it up to read the synopsis, just because I've never heard of the author and I've never seen the book before. So I didn't even give the book the time of day to even pick it up and read the synopsis. And that could have been my new favourite book. That book could have absolutely changed my life. And I never would have known because it wasn't popular. I just want an update because I've been reading this book all day. I'm 50% through of Unearthly. That's literally all I've been reading. And I love Tucker. Oh my god. I need this to happen. I need her and Tucker to be endgame because I actually love him. Like the name he has for her, Carrots. If you end up going to prom, save me a dance, okay? And then when he asked her if she has a date to the prom and she said no, and he says, "No one asked you?" He looks at me. I shake my head. Shocking, right? Yeah, actually, it is. No, stop right now. Honestly, I'm imagining them in my head because I love, when I'm reading a book, I love to go look at fan casts or celebrity fan casts so I can imagine someone in my head. Right, because this book isn't as popular, I haven't seen it anywhere. I've tried looking for fan casts and fan art and I can literally find nothing. No fan casts, no fan art, no anything. So it's been hard to imagine it in my head. I can imagine stuff. I don't know what it's called when you can't imagine anything in your head. But I'm not like one of those people that can't imagine anything at all in my head and that I'm just reading. I can imagine stuff, but it's just sometimes I need a bit of inspo so I can kickstart the imagination, you know what I mean? All I know about these two boys is that they both have like dark brown hair. One has lighter hair, Christian has lighter hair, and Tucker has dark hair, obviously, because it has to be a light-haired one and a dark-haired one in a love triangle. There always just has to be a light-haired one and a dark-haired one. But yeah, I'm loving it. And currently, yeah, I'm 50% of the way through. I'm loving this. I'm literally addicted. Like, I cannot put this book down. I'm flipping through it. I love Angela. Love her. I love Wendy. Love her. I'm flipping through this so fast. The pages are going by so quickly. I also like Christian, but I don't get that connection vibe between her and Christian. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't get that oomph. But I also do like Christian, but I don't. Tucker's a bit of me. I'm a Damon girl, of course. But yeah, like I said, because this is set in Wyoming and it's like very cowboy town. Well, they've talked about skiing, because that's not very cowboy, but it's very cowboy town. Tucker is described as being very much cowboy, like wearing cowboy boots and stuff like that, and very rough around the edges. I'm imagining him as Alex Walter from My Life with the Walter Boys, and I'm imagining Christian, because they describe him as having lighter hair, as Cole Walter from My Life with the Walter Boys. And that's what I'm imagining now, and then the main girl, Clara, I'm imagining her as the main actress from Winx, the TV show. I honestly forgot that actress's name. I'm gonna look it up, because they would describe her hair as being orange because she had to dye it, so it's like very orange. And I'm imagining her as this girl from the TV show. I feel like that would be such an amazing fan cast if this was ever to be turned into a movie. This is what I'm imagining. Because honestly, yeah, I could see her totally being an angel. I'm still trying to get like the imaginings down, the fan cast down, because usually I just go online, look up fan cast, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the fan cast, love it. But now I have to, but because there is no fan cast, I have to like sort of make it up in my own head based on the descriptions. So yeah, the guys, that's what I'm like thinking of them as. And yeah, no, I'm freaking out. I'm the worst friend ever. I should have sent her something. Did you not exchange gifts? Not yet, he turned towards me, but she gave me the perfect gift. The way he's looking at me sends butterflies into my stomach. What? You? yeah. Tucker's my guy. Tucker's my guy. And honestly, I thought I had a suspicion of what's gonna happen. I thought I had a suspicion of what's going to happen because I feel like there's going to be a plot twist, and I thought I knew what that plot twist was. I was like, okay, I think I know where this is going. Turns out I actually don't know where this is going because I don't think what I had in mind is actually what's coming to be. So yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what's going on, but we'll have to see. I haven't updated in a while because I'm sick, but I'm currently on the second book of the Unearthly series, I guess. Hallowed, I think it's called. Yeah, Hallowed. I'm currently on Hallowed. I'm liking it so far, but I did like the first one better. Like, I'm already like half into this one, and I can already tell that I like the first one better than the one I'm currently reading. There's like sort of a mystery going on still. Still love Tucker. I just still love him. I was doing some colouring, as you can see, but I got bored of that pretty quickly. And I was going to do some journaling, maybe, but I'm just kind of tired of sitting on this chair. I really need to get a new chair. I don't know why I'm showing you all this, but doing some journaling, because I have a Smashbook that I created. If you don't know what Smashbooks are, I found them on TikTok, and it's basically where you put like your celebrity or fictional crushes. Like either celebrity crushes, fictional crushes. I'm doing it as sort of both, and I've done a couple spreads. I didn't do them all in one. Sometimes I just like to journal, and I started this new journal, which I'm calling my creative journal or my everything journal. It's not a scrapbook or anything with memories, because I've already got a journal for that. And I started with a spread that's literally all of my favourite books and all of my favourite TV shows. As you can see, these are all my favourite books from when I was a kid, all my favourite TV shows and movies. We've got Pretty Little Liars, we've got Friends, we've got Vampire Diaries, Delana in the centre, because Delana is me, that's literally me. We've got The Fosters, we've got RuPaul's Drag Race. Then we've got more TV shows. These are like Disney, Nickelodeon TV shows, Every Which Way, The Love Triangle in that. Amazing. I was Team Jax. Obviously, I've literally been Team Bad Boy since I was a child, I guess. And then I put this spread, You Are Now My Big Fat Crush. This is where I'm doing all the celebrity crushes. First one we've obviously got Ian / Damon Salvatore. I put Damon Salvatore / Ian because, well, Damon Salvatore specifically, because that's the only thing I've actually seen Ian in. I know he's in another show called Vampires. I haven't seen that yet, but yeah. I was specifically talking about how he played Damon Salvatore and like Damon Salvatore's aesthetic. So I put Damon Salvatore, but it's played by Ian, so I also put Ian's name. I love it. My spreads got pretty bad though. We've got JJ from Outer Banks. I love him. I drew little drawings as well to fill up the space because I didn't have many pictures. I just couldn't get many pictures for JJ or for most of these people for some reason. I could find loads of pictures for Damon. This is my worst spread. I love Klaus, but this is so bad. I literally did not know what to do for him. I could find hardly any good pictures for Klaus, and any good pictures that I did find came out very blurry and basically unusable, so I couldn't use them. And these were the only pictures that I could find that didn't come out looking like crap. So yeah. So I put some quotes. I put a little crown because he's the king. I put I'm the hybrid, I can't be killed. You know. So yeah, I'm really disappointed in that spread, but whatever. And I really love this spread. This is Dylan O'Brien. And I didn't put any characters specifically because I liked, I'm talking about Dylan O'Brien in the way he played Styles, and also Dylan O'Brien in the way he played Thomas from The Maze Runner. I love both of those guys. So I just put Dylan O'Brien as a whole because I love him and I love Styles. I love Thomas. And I love the Dark Styles, or Void Styles as they call it. Then we've got a recent, this is a new one, but I put it at the start for some reason because I was just printing out men as they came into my head. I didn't even make a list. I realistically should have made a list and then done that. But yeah, and this is a recent one, Ray Hall from Panic. I love that TV show. I actually literally just rewatched it now, today, really quick, because I need a season 2 because that TV show was amazing. And, Ray, the things that I could watch scenes of him and Heather interact. Ooh, I love him so much. I saw this TikTok of a girl saying, I could never like a redneck man. And honestly, I thought I was the same. I was like, yeah, redneck's not really my aesthetic. Until Ray came on my screen. And I put all the symbols from Panic and stuff. Until Ray came on my screen, I changed my mind. I did, yeah. Then I've got Chad, Michael Murray. Obviously, I put little basketballs because I'm actually watching One Tree Hill. I'm currently in season 2, and I put him because I love him. I love Nathan too, but I was like, I love him. He's just like, well, it's Chad Michael McMurray, so yeah. And also, I didn't put specifically Tristan just because he's also in Gilmore Girls, and that's where I first met him. And I was very much a Tristan and Rory shipper back in the day. I'm kind of disappointed that nothing came from that, but I'm guessing he left to go to One Tree Hill, so yeah. Then we've got Jack Sparrow. This is my favourite page that I've done because of the wave. I feel like that came off. Really good. Actually, now looking at it, it looks kind of crap. But when I was drawing this, I really liked it. Looking back at it now, I don't like it, but you know, whatever. That's how my drawing goes. I'm drawing and I like it one day, and then I come back to the next day and I think it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, we've got Jack Sparrow, and then we've got loads of more other pages. We've got Alex Walter. I haven't cut down all the pictures because, like I said, I'm doing it bit by bit because I honestly, after a while, I get tired of cutting and sticking and gluing. We've got Alex Walter. Obviously, I'm an Alex girly. We've got Hero Finesse Tiffin, if that's how you say his name, I don't even know. We've got Morgan Vertwhistle, aka Angry Ginge. Yeah, I love him, even though he'd probably make fun of people who did like this, but that's what I like about him. Jess Mariana from Gilmore Girls. Like I said, he'd probably be higher up the list. I literally was just doing this as the men came into my mind. Jess would probably be right next to Damon up there, but I completely forgot. We've got Cody Longo. I loved him in Hollywood Heights. That's the only thing I've ever watched him. And Caleb Rivers. At that point, I was like struggling to, you know, find anything. So I did leave some out, but it's fine. I completely forgot to include Channing Tatum in there. I completely forgot to include some in there, but it's fine. Doesn't really matter. And last update is, I need you guys to see this because I don't think I want to take them out because it takes a lot to put them in. But I got these new deluxe copies of the Boys of Terman series. Like, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Like, and they're floppy as well. So I don't have to break the spine or anything. They're literally floppy. Oh my god. I'll show you the full series. This book is huge and I'm scared for that. Especially since Lizzie's not really my favourite right now. But I already want to reread this. Like, I want to reread this and I want to read the rest of the book so much. I can't wait for another Clara and Lizzie book. I'm so glad we're getting another one because how is this the shortest book? I'm sorry, that is so short. I need more from them. I definitely want to reread this. I was debating whether I wanted to annotate it, and I do want to annotate it, but I was debating whether I want to tab it as well. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to tab it just for the reason of I really don't want to risk ruining this, and I do think tabbing it would ruin it. So I'm not tabbing it, but next time I read this series, I will be annotating it. I will be highlighting it. I will be writing in it, drawing in it, whatever. but I will probably not be tabbing it because I don't want to ruin these pretty spines. Maybe I will tab it on top. Like, instead of tabbing it on the spines, I'll tab it on top, because maybe I don't mind ruining the top that much, even though it's like fully goes all the way around. I don't want to tab it because of the writing on here. On here there's no writing, so maybe if I just trying to get it back in. But right now I'm not. Right now that's not what I'm reading. Right now I'm reading Hallowed, and like I said, it's going alright. I did like the first one better. I'm kind of feel like I'm trudging along through it, but I do want to finish the second book. The first one left on a cliffhanger, which is what made me pick up the second one immediately. I rated the first one 4 stars, by the way. And yeah, it left off on a big cliffhanger, so I had to pick up the second one. And that cliffhanger that I left on has still not been answered, so that's why I feel like I'm continuing. That's why I feel like I'm continuing reading, because I really want to find out what this like plot twist is and what's going on, because the mystery aspect is really like got me. But yeah, in terms of Time of Your Life, I actually haven't been motivated to pick up the book for, well, since I started Unearthly. I haven't been motivated to pick up the book at all. I still am going to read it, and I'm still like, I don't know, I'm still listening to it on audiobook, but I haven't been driving, so I haven't had a reason to put the audiobook on. And I've just been wanting to read this series by Cynthia Hand and watch YouTube. So I'm here. I'm determined to finish this book today so that I can hopefully go back to focusing on Time of Your Life, so that I can hopefully finish this video and read more books for my TBR. But yeah, that's the update. Hey guys, I wanted to update because yeah, I don't know what the last update was that I said, but I finished the second book in the Unearthly. I think it's Hallowed, I think it's called, and I'm currently back to reading Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. I'm currently on chapter like 20 something, like 25. I'm basically nearly done. And like I said at the start of the book, I was feeling that it was a bit insta-lovey, and I don't know how I was feeling about it. That all still, like, it is still insta-lovey, but I'm actually really liking it. Like, as the book has progressed, I'm really starting to like it. Not necessarily for the romance, I still think it was insta-lovey, but just the drama that's going on in this book. I'm on chapter 24 or something, and I love Joa. I love Joa and Isolde since the start of the book. I've never like didn't like them as characters. I just thought that their relationship was a bit too fast and insta-lovey, but as individuals I loved them so much. And yeah, Joa is very much a Jessa Hastings book in the fact of they are so toxic for each other, and that these two people are so toxic. Joa specifically is such an idiot, but at the same time I love him so much, but at the same time, why would he do that? I obviously don't want to spoil it, but yeah, that what happened made me really upset. And I don't know if this is like canon or not, but I'm getting an inkling of a love triangle for some reason, and honestly I'm not mad about it. I didn't even know this was going to become a series, but apparently this is a series. I thought this was just a standalone book, but apparently it's a new series. Because apparently the ending ends on a plot twist, or it ends on something big. I keep seeing everyone on TikTok talking about the ending of this book and how they can't wait for the next one, and I was like, wait, this is a series? Okay, well, I didn't know that. I'm not very happy that I started a new series without knowing it, and I don't know when the next book's going to come out. But yeah, but if this is the start of a love triangle romance that is going to blossom over the course of a couple books, I'm so here for it. And I kind of ship her with Richie, like, not gonna lie, there was a scene in the book, I've lost it now probably, but it was, they were walking and she said to him, oh, you're just jealous of Joa. And then he said, what does he have that what does Joa have that I would want? And then he like looked her up and down, like in the scene it said that, she said that, and then he said, oh, what does he have that I would want? And then he like gave one of these like glances, looked her up and down, and then she was like, wait, what? And I was like, oh, what? That's when I was like, wait, are her and him, is this a love triangle? Because I'm kind of here for it. If I unknowingly just got into another love triangle between two brothers, I'm actually going to throw a fit and giggle because I'm here for it. And if this does turn out to be a love triangle, like I said, I'm not finished with it yet. I've been mainly listening to it on audiobook. But if this does turn out to be a love triangle, this will be the first love triangle where I'm actually rooting for both teams. Because I ship her with Rich so much, and I also ship her with Joa. Like, I love her and Joa, but I also love her and Richie. I don't know. Like, I want Joa to be happy. I don't want Joa to not get her, but I also don't want Richie to not get her, because I want them both to be happy, because I've loved them both so much. I love Joa and I love Richie, and I want Richie to get her, but I also want Joa to get her, and I don't know. And this is the first time ever in a love triangle, if this is a love triangle, that I haven't been able to pick a side. And I don't like it. This is why I like picking a side. Loads of people say that, oh, they only like love triangles where they're rooting for both teams. In my opinion, why would you want to root for both teams? If you're in a love triangle and you're rooting for both teams, all that's going to guarantee is that you're going to be sad for one of the teams. That you're going to be sad for one of the boys because she can only pick one. And if you're rooting for both of them, then it's gonna guarantee that you're going to be sad, at least, because you'll be sad that the other boy that you wanted her with didn't get her. Whereas if you only pick one team and you like pick one team, stick to it, if your team wins, you're happy, you're not sad. But if your team loses, obviously you're sad. But if you pick both teams, you're sad either way. So yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to pick both teams. I guess it's not a conscious decision, but most people say that they like it when they are on both teams. I don't. I fully want to be on one side, but that's fully not happening because I kind of love Richie and how he calls Joa out on his issues. He calls him out. He's not afraid to call him out. I just love him so much. But yeah, there's not much to say. It's a good time. I'm really liking it. I'm honestly, in terms of ratings right now, I'm in between a 3.5 and a 4 stars. It's all going to determine on how this book ends. I heard that the ending's good, but the rating's all going to determine on how this book ends, whether I give it a 3.5 or a 4 stars. But yeah, I'm so tired. So I'm going to listen to this book on audiobook while putting away some clothes, and yeah, I'm really close to finishing, so I might be able to finish it today and hopefully end this video, because I've been filming this video for like 2 months now probably. So yeah, let's go. Hi guys, I have officially finished Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. I did not have much to say. That ending was so frustrating. And the thing I love about Jessa Hastings is that she's able to write such frustrating characters, but at the same time, she's able to make you love them. Like, I was so frustrated with Joa in this book, but at the same time, I felt for him at the same time. And then I was so frustrated with the ending, with Isolde not telling him the full story, and like him just talking over her and her not being able to explain. Oh my god, like if I could jump through this book, I would have literally been like, listen, Joe, can you come over here so we can talk in private, so I can tell you what's going on, because you're not getting the full image. And then I would tell him, but no. This reminded me extremely of Magnolia Parks, except that this is way more toxic. Like, if you thought Magnolia Parks was toxic, then do not read this book. If you did not like Magnolia Parks because it was too toxic for you, this book, it is frustrating, but I like it. I love characters like this, complex, toxic characters. I think it's entertaining and it's like a fun time. I felt like watching a train wreck, car crash happening, and you just can't look away. That's what this felt like. I felt like you were watching a train wreck happen and you just couldn't look away to see what was going on. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I always say that this has been another short video and then the video ends up being like an hour long because I talk a lot and I really suck at editing. And the thing is, when I go to edit these videos and when I go to cut out all the unnecessary stuff, cut out all the stuff that I don't need, I end up not cutting out anything much because I think everything I have to say is very important. So it's very hard for me to cut stuff out because I'm like, no, this needs to stay in because this is important. Like, so yeah, but yeah, hopefully this has been another short video. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.